I like being happy. My nephew told me the plot, so I think I get it. Carter, did you have any questions from the assignment? No, that was from yesterday. I gave you your point. Moved on. Were you the last one yesterday, maybe? Number 15. Okay. 15. What do you want to do, Carter? Not this problem. What like just cries out to be done here? What does your math instincts tell you to do? You want to what? Yeah, you want to get rid of those parentheses, right? Okay, so let's take 1 minus cosine u, and 1 plus cosine u, and FOIL that out, shall we? This should be the easiest FOILing ever in the world. This is the factored form of the difference of two squares. So what is 1 minus cosine u times 1 plus cosine u? Okay. So, Carter, I got a lot of squares running around. If only there was something that I could do with them. What can I change 1 minus cosine squared into? Bless you. Evan? Sine what? Sine squared u, yeah. Yeah. Because if cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1, then I can just subtract cosine squared from both sides, right? And then I get sine squared equals 1 minus cosine squared. Okay, so that means that I can change this into sine squared. And then what's sine over cosine? It's tangent, so sine squared over cosine squared is tangent squared, which is what we were trying to end up with in the first place, so we are done. Okay? No, you don't put yes. Your work is the answer. Maybe, if you get called before 3 people say they don't have any questions. Glory? 14? Okay, 14. I'm going to say this is basically the same as what Carter was just doing there. Your math instinct here should tell you to get rid of these parentheses also. This one, the foiling is a little bit more difficult because you're squaring it, so the signs are the same, so the inside and the outside terms don't cancel. Okay, so if I'm going to FOIL this, I would go first times first, which would be cosine squared. Corey, do you need to go to the nurse? Okay. And then if I go outside times outside, I get, right, negative cosine sine. You could do it the other way too. And then if I do the inside times the inside, I get negative cosine sine. You could do it the other way too. I'm just going to write it the same way to be consistent. And then if you go negative sine times negative sine, you get positive sine squared. I'm sorry, what? I do. Do you need to borrow some sunglasses? Do you have a headache? Would you like to borrow my sunglasses? Yeah, we can turn off one more light. Okay, so now I am going to sort of shift this around. I'm going to put the cosine squared plus the sine squared together. And then negative cosine sine minus cosine sine, those are like terms and they combine to be what? Negative 2 cosine sine. And now we are pretty much done because what's cosine squared plus sine squared? 1. So that gives me 1 minus 2 cosine x sine of x, which is what I wanted in the first place. Oh, where did they go? You have this big fucking bag of goldfish crackers there. I was so excited to see that. Hey, no singing in class. Glory, you good? Okay. Uh-huh. Indigo? Questions? 12? That'll work. All right, number 12. Same thing as the other ones. Emma. Put it away. Jeez, your mom already hates me enough. I'm going to get rid of the parentheses by distributing the sign. Okay? So sine times cotangent is just sine x cotangent x plus sine times this stuff is sine x cosine x tangent x. What I want to tell your mom is it's not like when Emma's not on her phone she's paying attention anyway. It doesn't really matter. Okay, what do you want to do now? Turn everybody into sine and cosine, yeah. So cotangent is not always, but it's a pretty good strategy, yeah. Yeah, cotangent is cosine over sine. Then tangent is sine over cosine. Yep. I got a sine on top and a sine on the bottom, so those cancel. And then I got a cosine on the top and a cosine on the bottom, so those cancel. Sine times sine is sine squared. And so that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Okay. Great question. Sine squared is when you go sine times sine. 2 sine is if you go sine plus sine. Okay. Indigo, does that make sense? Okay. Grace? Number 6. Going way back. Okay, number 6. What's tangent? Okay. What's secant? 1 over cosine. Okay. What do you do when you're dividing two fractions? Multiply by the reciprocal. Remember, the top one stays the same. It does not get flipped over. The bottom one gets flipped. So those two things cancel. And I'm left with sine of x over 1 or just sine of x. So tell whether or not it is sine x is an identity. Okay? Uh-huh. Cole, you got anything for me? Yeah, you want to do number 13? This one was not number 13. Okay. Okay, do number 13, Cole. Oh, I was thinking maybe we might do it out loud with the rest of us. Okay, let's do it. Good. Okay, I'm not even going to mess with that. I'm just going to get this. Right, that's what we're going to get. Mm-hmm. If I do outside, uh-huh. There you go. Okay. All right. Let's take a pause. Right now we've got this matching this, right? So we just need to find a way to make 1 plus tangent squared x equal to secant squared x. And if you look up here, 1 plus tangent squared x equals secant squared x. So I can just replace that with secant squared x, leave the, and I'm done. Yep, good deal. Okay. Was there a snow day during business week last week or last year? This seems like there was, yeah. Addison, no, that was 2 years ago. Last year there was a snow day when the Supreme Court justices were here, maybe, and then they had to reschedule that. Okay. Addison, you got what you needed? Okay. Tristan, questions? All right. And Shelby? Okay. All right, I will take them. All right, so you guys still seem to have a lot of questions on these types of things, so I'll give you 10 more of them to work on. We'll call it a review. We won't try and learn anything new today. Yeah, we'll have a quiz on whatever we get through on Friday, okay, so kind of think about that. So work on these, let me know if you... We'll have a quiz on whatever, yeah, basically just a little quiz, yeah. Probably not.